Voice chat knows. What stock is that again? Welcome to Read the Room with Unc. What is up, everybody? This is Unc coming at you with the Read the Room Labor Day Holiday Edition. Extra day here. It's always nice to have, especially when you're putting together a project for the whole week, which that's basically what the notes are. Definitely touched base a little bit last week. Wasn't our greatest week here. A lot of things held on till about Wednesday, um, but then this just everything kind of went real sour on Thursday, Friday for us. A lot of things fell from levels they were holding into a new zone, so we did get rid of a lot of them. A couple winners, definitely keep those around for this week. But definitely moving on to some old familiar stuff that not only is familiar psychology level wise, but it's also familiar trading level it's on. So, without further ado, let's just hop right into the list. As you guys know, the first few are usually the repeats, um, and I try to keep it about 50-50 if possible, depending on how things go. So, first, PTLO, which is probably our number one swing right now for me, at least. Daily notes moved up here 22.29 with range of 28 like the company long term update, just holding well. Not a lot going on here. Um, Also, this is probably a good time to touch base on this. A lot of what I have currently, if it doesn't have, above 70% volume, there needs to be a reason I'm keeping it around. No volume equals downtrend almost 100% of the time. That's one thing you can count on is they will lower the price to get more activity. And that's just kind of the way the market works, in my opinion. So I don't like the volume here on it, but we're just grinding away at this level. 21, 22 definitely hasn't even really got back to the 20s. Um, Looking for that to trend to either continue or start to make a move back up, as it did here, as you can see on the daily. Um, Still have this very, very. If I put a trend line here, we'd be doing really good right now. So I like a lot of that that's going on here, especially when the market takes a turn for a little more euphoria, hope, risk off. That was a good use of talking market conditions there. Kind. It's probably one of the more riskier ones I'm keeping here. 324 flipping support with range to fours. Weekly looks ready. Same note. Held well, keeping with the news coming. Oh yeah, these guys have. I think it's Goldman Sachs. We'll pull it up here. Um, I think it's Goldman Sachs. Yeah, Goldman Sachs Communicopia plus teleconference. So it's just like an event. They're just having an event with Goldman, which is a well-known name, and I'm sure you'll get a PR catalyst out of that. It's on the 14th, so it's technically next week. But I just want to keep it around in case that does pick up. Let's get back to the chart here. So 324 is the level. You could see it on most of the spots here. It's just a nice pivot. It's volume profile both ways, so kind of safe here. Around three, I think, should be a good sign if it holds, as it did on Thursday. But I'm looking for again this move back up into this channel. We had a few down weeks earlier. Where did they get the June, July lows? Yeah. We got that, and I'm just looking for it to retest this zone eventually, hoping this news catalyst is it. And next we have XSPA. Um, one tap of the top channel, one tap of the top channel 93, and a dollar looks to confirm. Looks to be confirming like ads below if offered. Jesus, this is why we do read the room. Because my notes are hard to decipher sometimes. So if you see on larger time frames, 65 to 93 was kind of the level. There's that one tap I'm talking about right there. Love to see this right here. This is perfect for me. Lets me know that what we're looking at is, or what I'm seeing is what's happening. Is what we're looking at. Now this $1 level becomes huge. Still think we might get down in this 90, maybe high 90 range. That would be a good sign. And I like the ads there for this to continue. Just a hunch that we are going to get the move back into dollar quarter, maybe $1.50 sooner than later. And rig flipping 350 to support from resistance. One of the better crappy energy plays that should be on your radar in general. Um, range back to 5. Same note, weekly chart. Why do I put weekly chart? So people look at the chart and kind of see what we're seeing. See it right here on the daily. It's rotating around 350. Kind of got away from it and had a bad week, but you like when this area holds. This is what I'm talking about on the weekly. We'll blow this up a little bit. Just real flat, real thin right here on this price. 336, 384. That's a 50-cent move last week. Same thing the week before, 345, 384, 40-cent move. So I like this in a tight zone with a level that is in both volume profiles with range. Here we'll pop out with pretty good clearance above this. There's not much holding this back, especially if we get above 5, which is a ways from here. But flow read suggests that this is probably closer to a $4 stock than a $3 stock. All right, AYVA. This is one that kind of made me feel good last week. Like I do still have a clue on what I'm doing. This is the perfect trend continuing. This is the weekly, daily, however you want to look at it. This is what I'm looking at. It's stupid far down. That's what I'm playing. I believe it's a holding company, a lot like ASRT. So I just like these guys, how they can pivot and do different things no matter what. And then I love the range. And what I mean by that is they can acquire companies, products, be a shell company, all kinds of things holding companies do. So I like that they are basically about the bottom line and not about a product. Definite social play here though. Um, Play the trend, play RTL, make sure the volume stays in. We're 23 million shares right now. If we go back to 2 or 3 million shares, not the play you want to be in. Nat, I think this is the last one of our previous winners here. Sector level play here, 259 is our level. $3 strike has been resistance. Weekly note update. Perfect bounce off lower channel level 3, 235. I do want to do this here. Check this out. 235. So if I know 235 wasn't in my notes last week, that's this week. But if you go 9-1, 235 zone, come down here. Where's Nat again? Let's find Nat. Anytime you see Nat, it's gonna have 235. There's the 2 to 235 channel before we got above 235. 235 now resistance on Nat. So having 235 on Nat, so having this already figured out, and you can do the same with 59. 59. It's going to be in here Nat 259, 235, 239, 255, 2's in the site. I mean, it's all over the place. So back to where we were. Crap, did I screw that up? No. Okay, so that back to where we were. So having this 235, pull the chart, John. Having this channel, I mean, living it, understand it, and then when this opportunity came out Tuesday, it literally popped right off of that. Even this plays the 20 cents or 7-8%. It retested it 2 or 3 times and then completed the channel, which you kind of love to see. This is a great candle for confirmation on what we're doing here. So add here, sell here. 280's been the top. You can see it. It's running right into that 200-day EMA. Again, another sector play. Just love it right now. All right, CDE 273, 23, 48 hour lines, 460, 480. That means 460 and 480. Volume profile, larger time frames. Previous winner, cheaper now. We played this before. It's cheaper now. Sector's picking up. Yeah, it's down here on this level. I like that. I like that a lot. You see the channel, see the setup. Flow read suggests a little bit more, which is good because that lines up with the volume profile. Tell, same as midweek note, I got this out midweek. Sub 4 ads, especially 360 if offered. It's daily trend. Pretty simple on some of these guys, especially when you just know them. We do have $4 line with 313 down here at the bottom. I don't think we're going to get that action again. So that's why I threw 360 out there. Reason I threw 360 is I think it has strength, so we won't get the 350 test. That's simple. That's where 360 comes from. You got to move your realistic target up a little bit. 10 cents seems realistic to me. Keeping it simple here again. Another strong flow read. This picked up activity as soon as it broke 4. So love to see that. CLSK. Did I say something else was risky? This is probably one of the riskier ones here. But it's bottom play, 375. Last low, trying to hold 4 here. That's what I like, is that setup higher low. Liked adding in that zone, lots of range. Probably what I'm playing is the range. This is just a chart that I've watched for a long time, and it always offers decent play. I mean, like you could see right here, it went from 5 to 13. So it always has these dramatic moves. Yeah, look at these. I mean, this is 10 to 40. So I'm just hoping for one more of them. Even this one was 13. If we can get 8 from here, I'm happy. So I'm just playing that. This has been the bottom. You can see it on the daily. You can see it on the weekly. It's kind of found a bottom here, hoping to get another pop. Mentioned but never added to any lists. I'm putting it out there now. OCGN. I expect to get a comment from Pele here. 234 to 311 current channel. Looks ready. That should be ready. I lost a Y. To retest upper, especially in good market conditions, or any kind of news this thing gets them moving. I like that the volume's been in it lately. But yeah, you can see just a great trend here on the daily. And we're back here on this level, which has been a consistent pivot. You can see almost literally the same pattern in reverse on either side of it. So that's what I'm playing. That's what I like on it. Buy red on this play. And then obviously play the trend days. You can see some of these trend days in here. It just kind of just works its way up all day. So previous winner, I like the levels that we're at. Party. What stock? Confirming 2 to 190 area. Volume still present. Playable range. Breakout or pump lotto. This seems low risk, high reward for another run from here. The daily's looking great up here with this $2 level, confirming 190 for sure. Weekly a little less clear, but the volume's still present way more than it was the first time we played it. So I do like this setup. And next we have Aurora Cannabis. Excuse me. 150 support formed. Love ads under. Matter of time before retest of ER dip. So what is he talking about? ER dip. Where's the ER dip? Whoa, back out. Back out, bud. All right, ER dip right here. This is what I'm calling the ER dip. This is the retest of this zone is all I'm looking for. 125 was the level we were playing, but coming off of that, 150 is the volume profile-ish area now. Looks to be confirming, especially on the daily. Looking for that breakout once again. Love the sector long term. Chegg, 20 to 18 ads for a back to 24-25 test. High or low here, and holding 20 would be perfect. This has more to offer. So this is one that kind of got to give yourself a little bit of a window, but the way it has channeled off of this level, love it, and has a lot of range back after the November fallout. Trending up on the daily here. That's what kind of gave myself a little wiggle room. This 18 level, definitely a little more consolidation than the 20, but the 20 high or low would be good to see. So if you get 18s, you're probably playing at 24. If 20 holds here, we do have a chance to test 30, in my opinion. Since, I don't know why that says golfing. I must have had golfing on my mind. 160, holding, that's probably holding, 165 after last run. This sold off on FDA approval. Um, like this to back to the two tests. So these guys do like the uninvasive. I don't know exactly what it is, but basically where you got a glucose monitor on you that it just tells you what where you're at. It's called Sugar Beet. It's a great product. This was $4 stock. Got a pullback, a really good up and down um, before that. Here, let's back it up. Yeah, really good up and down channel before that. Got approval right about here, and it just fell. 165 held back then, went with the market down to $1. 165 is holding again, just looking for this big U. I don't know if we get back to force, but even 320, which is volume profile right here, is almost 100% from 165. So that's kind of what has my interest, because this does actually have a great product. And Alto 374 to 489 channel, like sub for here if offered. Flow read was strong. A lot of these plays this week, to be honest with you, I went with because of volume, and there was a good flow read because that's what we do around here. So I went back to that since we had some pretty good ones from the professor this week. Alto 374, you can see the channel. It just kind of went back and forth in it over the last maybe 3 or 4 months after this ER dip. So just coming back down here. If we can get the 4 to 375 adds anything down in here with that play back to 5. 4 to 5 is still 20% play, 25% play. So I like that ratio. All right, since you hung out with me, I'm going to read the rest of my notes. I'm going to take this time to read the rest of my notes and just some weekly observations I have. So charts that didn't, these are ones that didn't make the cut. Real quick, and I guess I'll just pull them up on screen for you guys. So Gatto didn't make the cut. Silver play on 295. I kind of like it, but I just am hesitant on silver. X had my attention this week. Below our level at 22, but I do like how that's confirming. Holding 20 would be perfect here. AA, which has been in our notes, back on 46, just didn't get the strongest flow read, but I do like the level. Again, maybe we don't even get this high back to 58, but even 46 to, let's say, 54. I do like that. Cinex, which is also aluminum. These probably will be in it next week. It's close to 675. I just think we're going to pull back to the 675. That comes midweek. I would definitely be on that. Fubo, it just almost did it for me. For me, we're 10% above the $3 level here, but the $3 level isn't anything but a psych. The 280s more, so I think we might dip down a little bit. But I'm starting to like the range back to where we previously were. G-Stat, I think we were late on, and I have trouble in general adding stuff that's late. So if this confirms $2 over this next week, or dips back to 173, which to me that's just too much of a fucking note, I would play this for sure. But it's going to be something that's called during midweek. And then Weber, I think Weber's still on the hot list, but it just seems a little risky to me. We are back to where it started. It could be over. I'm not clear on it. But this 614 level is real close to the 572. That was the all-time low. So I do like this in general. And then just a couple market observations. Jobs numbers were good. That most people equals that the Fed rates are going to go up because they can't stop that. We do have the Bank of Canada and the Euro Central Bank meeting this week. They're going to talk about their rate hikes for their countries. Apple products, I believe it's Wednesday, could be Thursday though. Check on that. They are going to release all their crap. There's going to be euphoria around Apple for at least 30 minutes. Probably play the QQ put after, or the SPY put like we talked about after. Because it shouldn't hold the market up, in my opinion. We're going to get an early look at PMI, China inflation, and then inventories for the big guys on Friday, where they are inventories, which was a problem with the ER. 2 ERs ago. They took care of it last ER. It's kind of hopeful. So if people got their inventories back under control, I think that's big for the market in general. All right, everybody. That's about it. 20 minutes, a little long for me. We got 3 videos. You got me and P talking about the market cast, just the overall forecast of the market. You have our in-depth charts for the hot list, and you have my read the room for my focus notes, and another about 10 charts I just went over you for quickly. So plenty of content. If you have any questions about anything, because I know I'm not the clearest person in the whole world, just ask, DM. We'll get you going in the right direction. All right, everyone have a great week. Remember, it's a short week. Trade safe. Trade what's in front of you. Always have a plan. And most importantly, read the room.